Okay, let's start with a quick vart. We're going to deviate. Usually we start with a vart in the parsha, but really the Parshas Emer is Sefira Sa'Emer. We're going to talk about the halachas of Sefira Sa'Emer. So to share a thought on Sefira Sa'Emer, a thought that was shared to me yesterday, B'Shem Rav Hagoyin Rav Metzisiel Slalman Zatzal. It's one of these very obvious varts, but it needs to be said. Nonetheless, what happens between Pesach and Shavuos? We all know how many Talmidim were nifter? 24,000. Is that what the Gemara says? 12,000 zugas. So Rosh Kailel told me yesterday as follows. Can you imagine? 24,000 Bachrim. They all found chavrusas. It's amazing. 12,000 chavrusas? You go to the biggest yeshivas, there's always one lo yutzlach who doesn't have a chavrusa. There's always one guy that doesn't make it. Yeah, I wasn't going to call people out. We have 6 and we can't find chavrusas. And you had 12,000 chavrusas, which obviously means the Gemara is teaching us that there was a high level of course of compliance. There was certainly a compatibility. 12,000 people sat down next to someone and learned. And yet, teaches the Gemara, says Ramat Yisyahu, how careful do we have to be about our bein adam l'chaveiroi? How careful do we have to be about our midos? That you could be all the way, you're compatible, you're chavrusas, they learn together. But for some reason, there was something that was missing. There was some element of kavod that was missing, zeh, and that's what caused their patira. Obviously, on their level, we don't talk about such great people, but for us, we try to get a little bit of a glimpse of a lesson of how careful one has to be between bein adam l'chaveiroi. And in reality, it could be brought out in, similarly, you could have a marriage and you can say, look, it's a marriage. It's beautiful. There's zugais. It's wonderful. But there's still elements that need to be created of nahagu, kavod, zelazeh. There's still moments, there's still areas to work on, to focus, to raise the bar. A beautiful thought from Ramat Yisyahu. Just one last idea when it comes to Sefira, which hit me as I went through the halachas. And when people ask shaylos, the music, the not music, the shaving, I'm going to a wedding, am I allowed to go? I'm holding Sefira, all the myriad, am I allowed to buy something new? Shachiyanu, all the myriad of shaylos, which are beautiful. Baruch Hashem, Klal Yisrael is gevaldik. Sometimes we have to wonder, why did this all happen? Why are we following these halachas, as we just mentioned? Number one, le'nagu kavod zelazeh. Number two, it's brought down the gzeros of tat v'tat. We're at this time, horrible crusades, so much bloodshed. And number three is we're preparing for Shavuos. And therefore, we're supposed to be in that mindset. Sometimes we lose the lave, we lose the depth and the background of why we're doing it for the halacha. Now, the halacha is important. That's what we're about to get to. And of course, we have to adhere to the letter of the law, but sometimes we have to ask ourselves, wait, a guy's asking about attending a friend's chasana because he's not holding Sefira, he's holding Sefira. And then he hangs up the phone with the Rav, and he yells at the guy for taking his parking spot. What happened to Nagu Kavod Zelazeh? The guy goes and he asks the Rav, it's very difficult, and I need to do this, and my job, and can I shave? A whole shayla, wonderful. Okay, so they discuss, is it mutter, is it usher, wonderful. And then, the day elapses, and the Rav gets up to share some Torah. Torah, we're preparing for Shavuos. And the guy walks out before the Rav gets up to speak. It's beautiful that you asked the shayla, but what happened to the depth behind the halachais? What happened to focusing on why this happened? So part of the preparation of Sefira, part of the counting, we'll talk about maybe the counting halachas, we'll use the same example. I counted, I didn't count, I should count, can I make a bracha, can I not make a bracha? And then what's he doing? How's his counting for Torah, preparing for Shavuos? That, if he didn't know what to say for the whole day. What are you doing? A minute? Maybe when you count Sefira, spend 1 minute learning a dot, realizing, wait, I'm preparing for Shavuos. So let's not forget the depth, the reasoning why we're doing things, b'siyata d'shmaya, with a little bit of focus. It's really not that difficult. We should all be zeicha l'kach.